This video is brought to you by Asmodee.
What's up, Hits and Grits family? Welcome to a new video where we show off one of these great tournaments that are happening across the globe. So we did in the past, we did some of them. We will definitely do in the future. We did for the Great Canadian Open, and that's where we came in contact, Chris, right? And you actually won these, and now you have the honor to bring the next big Canadian tournaments to each and every one. So we are talking about the Canadian Nationals this time. So great to have you, man, and talk about this premium tournament.
Thanks for having me back, Chris. It's
Yes.
so this will be the second year that I've hosted the Canadian Nationals here in Ottawa, the capital city of Canada. For those who don't know, we are located literally on the border of Ontario and Quebec. So the tournament itself is actually being played in Quebec because if you cross the river, the Ottawa River, from downtown Ottawa, you are in Quebec. So the tournament is being played at the multi-zone, just about 10 minutes from the Byward Market, right across the bridge there. Multi-zone Jeux de Comique, or comics and games store. It's an amazing store that also has a hidden room into a large gaming area, which also features a cafe. And we can host up to about 60 players at this venue right now.
60?
So, 60, yeah.
That's great. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So last year we had 40 players. We currently have 26 tickets sold as of right now, with about another 6 that I can pretty much guarantee are coming. And we are definitely hoping to either hit or even surpass the 40 mark from last year.
Yeah.
Which is why we really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us about this event and help promote it a bit.
Yeah, always. Yeah, I feel it all starts with the venue, right? And this, what from the pictures I have seen, from what you told me about the event and where it's located, what's the infrastructure around, it sounds like you have a very well picked venue here, like big enough. You have all the facilities you need. You have the food. We will talk about that later and everything. But from what I know, it starts and ends all with the venue. And if the venue is great, there's something you can really build upon, right? Yeah, so that's really good to hear.
Absolutely. So the advantages to being just across the river in Gatineau is that the prices are lower than downtown Ottawa, but 10-minute drive and you have all the exciting sights, sounds, and features of the capital city. You got the Byward Market, you got the nightlife, you got the great restaurants, you got the attractions like the canal that you saw in the opening clip, Parliament Building. We have amazing museums. Like, this is a thing that a lot of the players who come actually bring their families, because they just end up turning into a bit of an extended vacation. While they're playing, their families can be going and checking out some of the things I just mentioned.
Yeah.
But if you're staying right by the venue, it's pretty cheap. So it's great. And I do want to shout out the multi-zone, because the owner, Dylan, has been a real strong supporter of this game through the good times and the bad. He has given us amazing deals, amazing prize support. So it makes the tournament very affordable for us. We did increase the ticket prices a bit this year, but as you mentioned, we're including meals this year. So between the meals, the prize support, the venue, we feel it's a really good value. And yeah, it's a really, really fun event, because Canada is a second biggest country in the world.
Yeah.
And it's not a cheap place to travel within. So it's very rare that we get people traveling from out of province to tournaments. Most tournaments are very localized events with local players. You get a few players like myself who will make the effort to go to Montreal, Quebec City, or Toronto. but it's rare. So what's really special about this event is we have players from coast to coast coming, from all the way from BC to Nova Scotia coming in for this event. So it's one of the few times in Canada where you can actually meet a lot of the top players and tournament organizers and personalities in the game all in one place at one time.
That really sounds like what we try to build with the War of the North tournament in Germany, because like I just thought about it, because we included also meals and everything. It's like a you go there and it's like an all in experience, right? You have the drinks, you have the food, you have like this overall experience. You have to just worry about your games and connect with people. So that's really good to hear. And we also talked about the levels of players. So this is not just a high end competitive tournament. It's really for everyone. That's what we want to establish with the War of the North tournament as well, to have each and every level, even beginner level, to have a great experience at the tournament. So we are doing this by we basically do a normal system, like a Swiss system of playing the tournament, but we always include the lower tables, so to say. The lower tables have their chance also to not only win stuff, but also engage in certain initiatives we are driving throughout the tournament. So there are like raffles or like little games, or little like challenges they can achieve. So it's a fun experience for everyone. And this is actually my question to you, because I've seen so many great painted units across the with the video you provided. So there's definitely a painting contest. I've seen this, but do you have anything else planned for the tournament? Is there anything you want to spoil here?
Absolutely. I'll spoil it all.
Okay.
After this after this video comes out, I will be putting out a full itinerary, which will include not only the scheduling, but then a full list of all of the prizes, awards, honors, mini games, events, because this is something I like to do personally. I do other events. I run charity golf tournaments, sports leagues, stuff like that. So
cool.
I'm really about bringing people together and giving people a great experience. I don't make money off these things. I do it for fun.
Obviously,
So
yeah.
I've really put a lot of time with the help of other great people in the community. In particular, I want to shout out my fellow hedge knight, goes by Electric Jesus. His name is Wade. He's my right hand basically on all this stuff. But yeah, so we got tons of what I'm going to call like in-game missions. We've got tons of tiered prizing and awards. So it's not just going to be your top players walking away with things. We've got awards literally throughout the rankings for finishing in certain positions that you might not expect, and we've given titles to those. We've got like the in-game missions. I've come up with a whole bunch of basically they're going to be all around. Through talking this out with Clarence, the runner of the Great Canadian Open, it became obvious to me like sometimes you get, as a planner, you get carried away with these great ideas and you don't think about how they actually play out for somebody trying to play a game. And so he pointed out like this is a lot to think about, right? So I've tried to simplify it, and it's going to be very obvious around the event that when certain things happen in a game or when certain results happen, you get a prize. So these are the in-game missions. There is definitely a painting contest. The painting last year I was blown away by some of it. Like some of the I'm really big on basing and like scenic stuff. And the guy who won the overall army contest last year was just his Greyjoy army. Like the time he must have spent.
I knew it was Greyjoy. Yeah,
it was phenomenal. So I'm really excited to see
planks? Was it the one with the wooden planks?
It wasn't. So the wooden planks is a great player named Sean. He's a fellow hedge knight, local guy. Okay. He's actually brought me into this game. He amazing player. He's actually heading your way to a big Grandmasters Bushido tournament in Germany shortly.
Oh, Bushido is around the corner. Yeah. This is actually where we made the mats for those who aren't aware. We did all the mats for this event. So cool.
So yeah, that's Sean, and his he was a very close runner-up, but
Yeah.
somebody actually surpassed him with like this insane 3D printed rocky terrain on
Oh
every
yeah, I've seen
base, on
that too. Maybe
every,
I can pause it.
yeah,
Maybe I can pause it when we're there. Let's see if I can do that.
yeah.
Because it's
So
definitely in the video. Let's see. Let's just keep talking. Maybe
yeah, there's a shot
I can pin
somewhere.
it down. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
Here you go.
the painting contest is part of it. We do a raffle as well. But then I've also got some other events. We've got a very fun new thing I've come up with. That there they are there, yeah. So
Yeah.
that basing on his whole army,
Looks
it
great.
really like, yeah, it's amazingly done, and the detail on the painting of it and everything was just out of this world. So
Yeah.
yeah, the painting contest, the raffles. We did a Song of Ice and Fire, the miniatures game trivia, which a lot of people last year were like, "Oh, I don't know, I don't know that much about Game of Thrones." I'm like, "No, this is trivia about the game."
The game.
So
okay.
this year it's actually going to be team trivia, where we're going to be randomly pairing groups up, so like another way to intermingle. And then I've come up with a new. I run in my office. Actually, it's become quite popular here. We do Family Feud style competitions. Are you guys familiar with that game show?
Yeah. In
Yeah.
Germany, it's called
So
different, but it's the same. So here it is.
right.
It's the same show. It's the same show where you have to pick the most popular answers, and it's like a right. It's like a top 10, and from the popularity, you get a certain score. Yes.
Exactly. So
What is it in
part
German?
of the
Just a second. It's called I can't remember. Familienduell. It's the same. Family feud, family duel, basically.
Family
yeah.
Duel. I was going to say it sounds like Family
same.
Duel.
Yeah, same.
Nice.
Yeah.
So part of registration this year is when you buy your ticket, I send you a Google form to fill out, which includes your meal options, some other little questions regarding prize support and stuff, and then 10 questions about the game that we're using to generate the answers for our Great House Family Feud. So yeah, we've got tons of fun events like that. The Saturday night after our raffle and certain prizes are given out, we're gonna have a big dinner at a restaurant. It's just a really great time. It's all immersive. Like we really try to make it more than just the game. Although of course the game is that is the highlight. That is what people are coming in for.
Yeah,
that's the meat. Yeah, that's the meat and potatoes. But there's lots of dessert.
Cool. Also on the social aspect, right? This is also something that is always highlighted when we do our bigger tournament, which is also like 60 up to 70 people in the last years. And we want to keep it at that size because it enables us to have a group of people which we can serve the right amount of like quality and also have the social aspect covered. And this is something that is always rated really high, that we have this social get together for food and drink in the end. So it's totally cool to hear that you are doing the same stuff and bringing together all the people, because in the end, such a game also lives not only because it's good or because the rules are good or anything, but also because people connect and people stay loyal because they know they have their community, their friends, their opponents, their great experiences and history with this game. So yeah, great to hear.
Absolutely.
Great to hear you're fueling this one as well.
Yeah. So, and on that note, I will say, actually, perfect timing. There's the Lords of the North that just popped up there. They're pretty much make up all of Team Canada in the current international event going on online. Those guys are easily some of the top players in Canada, hands down. There's definitely other great players too, but their team is like superstars in the community. So most of them are coming. Evil Morty for sure, Alex for sure, aka Ghost. We're really hoping that Phil Balrog is going to be able to come. So yeah, I mean, we have some really great players from across Canada coming in, but we also have, just regular players too. And I personally want to say to anybody listening or watching this, like, even if you're brand new, don't be put off. Like I played this game twice. I had 2 demo games at the shop, and then I jumped into a major event, and that's where I really fell in love with the game and the community.
Absolutely.
And so
Absolutely.
I highly encourage new players or people who are like, I'm not that good, I shouldn't be in the nationals. No, that's not what this is. This isn't a you got to be this good, you have to have this elo to be here. No, this is a come on out, have fun, meet the community, fall in love with the game type of event. And I really want to stress that, because I know a lot of people are easily daunted when they hear, oh, it's a major event, it's the nationals, like I'm not good enough, I'm too new. Best place to learn the game and best place to meet the community and see if you actually like it, because after you play a day or two of this straight, you're going to know if you like the game or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, so let's cover the 5 big right W's here in the room. So again, where? So we already heard that one. My main question also, if I would come to this tournament, is there? Could you provide any kind of support in terms of finding like Airbnbs, hotel? Is there anything players need to be aware of when they come?
At this point, we're only 2 years in here and our numbers aren't that big, so I've left accommodation up to people generally. But I've also made offers to people to help with that as much as I can. For the most part, people have figured out their own thing. But like we're not big enough to where we have some sort of deal with a hotel or anything.
Okay.
But I'm definitely more than willing to talk with people and help people as far as like this area, that area, what's great, what you're looking for, what else you want to do while you're here.
Good. That's good.
Of course. Yeah. I'm always here for that kind of stuff. Ideally, if this keeps going and this grows, we can get to the point where I can be offering something better and approaching places to be like, hey, can you offer us a deal on a block of suites or something? But we're still pretty fledgling at this point, and we don't have those kind of numbers yet. But as far as advice, yes, I'm an open door. I've lived in Ottawa the majority of my 40 years on this planet, so I know it very well. And I'm very happy to help find accommodation on either side of the river.
Awesome. All right, so it's July 11th and 12th, Saturday, Sunday, so 2-day event, which is always great. So how many rounds are you playing, and why have you decided to do so?
So last year was 5 rounds, and it ended up leaving a bit of a bad taste in my mouth personally, because we ended up with 2 undefeated players.
Yes.
So just doesn't feel right at the end of a big thing like that, right? So good news is they actually were from the same play group out of Mississauga, Toronto. So they settled that themselves. And spoiler, the guy who finished first won their match. So that was put to bed officially. But this year we wanted to not only be sure that we would have an undisputed champion, but for people coming from BC in particular, or from the East Coast, they're coming all that way. They want as many games as possible. They made that clear to me, and I'm more than happy to respect that request. So we're doing 6 games.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a caveat. Day 2, a couple of the rounds are going to be a bit shorter, but the scenarios reflect that. So there's some of the more aggressive scenarios with the bigger deployment zones.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So six rounds locked in. Now, assuming we go past the amount of players that would require an extra round, at that point I'm not sure that if we would fit a 7th round in or not. But at this point, that's not looking like a problem. So 6 rounds is
not at 40 up to 60 players. I wouldn't assume so. No.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. So 6 rounds. I also will add that if you are in town on the 10th, on the Friday, the shop will be open that night. I'll be there setting up, and players are welcome to come out, meet and greet, play some practice rounds, whatever they want to do.
Cool.
Yeah.
So on the who, right? We already talked about the aspect of it. You do not need to be the best player in your group or like long-term, long-year song veteran. If you just picked up the game, you fell in love with your Stark starter box, right? Go there and have fun, learn the game. But what else about who?
Yeah, well, in addition to the fact that again we've got a lot of the top people from across the country coming in, and that I'm really open to having new players come in. And on that note, I do want to add, if you are a new player and you need to borrow units, or if you're coming from out of town and you forgot something, just let me know. I've got most of the stuff, and between my local community, we can cover you. Um, but yeah, the other thing I want to do is I want to drop the gauntlet again. I've tried to throw this out repeatedly over the year to our neighbors to the south, our American cousins. Evil Morty took your championship last year. We really want some of you to come up here and try to take ours. Like, we would love to have some American players come up. You're our closest neighbors. And so far, we haven't had any commitments. We had none last year. I've talked to some personally a bit this year. I'm not the most active person in the international community and in the Discord community, but I've had other people in Canada who are trying to reach out and peck at some of the American players to come out. So I'm hoping some of you see this and accept the challenge. If you can afford it, it's worth your while. This is a great event. The best case I can make is the BC crew. Last year, 2 of them made the trip. This year, they have the furthest trip to make, the most expensive trip to make. And this year, their flight costs doubled, and 6 of them are coming. That's how much they enjoy the event.
Still coming in, yeah. Still coming in.
Yeah. So it's worth it if you have the time and the resources. Please come. Please challenge us for the title and steal ours if you can. Like, come on up.
Yeah, let's go. And I want to see it as well. Yeah,
and if anybody overseas can make the trip, even better. That would really make our day to see anyone from across the pond.
It's actually something. It's actually something that is really top of mind right now in our team, in the Hits and Crits team, but also I would say in the European community, because we are trying to establish something. And a little spoiler alert: there will be an announcement, like in this year at least. We are trying to build a community of players willing to travel. Not only Europe, but also like across, right? Because we really want to build upon what we have in Warsaw, what we have in Germany going on, what we have in in France has a strong community. Also, I talked to Italian players or Italian TOs that are like, they have amazing, and we will have a video on this one, amazing venues and all that kind of stuff. So we want to establish a community of players willing and saying, I will spend the money, I will spend the time, because there is definitely a group that won't, that will go to local shops, play kitchen table, whatever, and they love song and that's it, but they won't ever go to Warsaw, they won't ever go to Canada. But we want to establish this community. So there will be something in the future. Maybe we can also fuel stuff like this in the future. If like to make people aware when you have a condensed group of people where these are willing. These are actually willing. When you provide a certain offering and they're willing, you have a better return rate, I would say. So yeah, that's cool. So that's on who.
That's really exciting to hear. And count me in, because I'll tell you right now, Italy would be an easy sell for my girlfriend. She wants to go back there so bad. So
to where exactly?
To Italy. We were in Italy just before the birth of our son. Yeah, and honestly, I did get invited to the invitational, and we had planned to go, but my son was very new at that point. Yeah, but I'm dying to come over there and
we
participate.
We will connect, and it's actually the same for us. I really want to go. I want to visit Randall from Imperial Minis at some point. I would love to go to Canada as well. My wife loves Canada, so we will get this done at some point in time.
Make it happen.
Yeah, cool. So that was on the who. So on the what, right? And I want to start with this. I really want to start with this one thing that I didn't get, and you just told me right before the video. So you have 3 big sponsors, right? And let's not talk about us, but let's talk about 64 millimeters. So, and I was thinking when you provided this picture, I was like 64 millimeters, and I checked. I was like 64 millimeters. That needs to be something like a small company doing 3D printed stuff or stuff like that. But the story is way more exciting than that. So please tell me, or tell us again, 64 millimeters as one of your sponsors.
Yeah, so yeah, it's actually 64mm. And it's my oldest friend. I've known him since we were 4, and he runs his own private crypto company. And he's a game theory master. So he basically is getting into the area of like crypto-based gaming. And he just really loves what I do, and he's actually interested in the game. And he
But not
just
playing
said,
yet.
"Hey, you know what? He has. I haven't been able to get him to play yet. He's been very focused on his business and his ideas, but well, when he offered to sponsor the event, and he's basically given me cash to buy prize support. So big thank you. He actually expressed an interest in finally giving the game a shot in the near future. So yeah, no pressure on anybody, but
must.
I'm always encouraging people to try the game because I think it's the best game. But
obviously,
yeah,
we all do.
Big thanks to 64.
Cool, 64mm. So now I know. We also sent some stuff, and obviously you talk about Multizone, your local store, providing not only the venue and great prices, but also a good amount of price support, and you see it here. And you can actually pick some stuff also, like from sleeves and dice tray, and was it dice tray, dice mats? Right.
I want to shout out. The gentleman's name is Carl Black. He's from the US. He makes these epic dice trays, right?
Yeah.
And last year we got a bunch of faction ones as our King of the Hill prizes. This year we're actually using your Hits and Crits tactics mats as the prizes for King of the Hill. And he's making some of his dice trays as our actual top prize awards. So they're actually going to be specifically themed to specific winners. And yeah, his work is phenomenal. We're making some of our own dice trays as well. And yeah, the list on the screen isn't even complete. We're constantly adding more stuff and getting more sponsors. And we're in talks with some other game stores from Montreal, Alberta. So yeah, like that list is probably not even the finished list, and it's already pretty long. So we're really pumped on that. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So that's on the what, and finally why. And I just have to say that I think everyone that's watching is really feeling how passionate you are about this event, how passionate you are about your Canadian and also like the overall song community. So I encourage each and everyone listening, each and everyone watching this video to really think about making the trip and meeting everyone. So what else on why, Chris?
I mean, I feel like we've covered most of it, but I can say again that I go all out. My team, the local guys here help me. We go all out to make this something that is worth the trip, because we understand that, especially for other Canadians, it's not cheap to come here. And then for international people, which so far we haven't gotten any, but we are hoping to. And all I can tell you is that we will make it worth the trip. We hope you decide to not only come to our event, but to stay in the city. And we are a stone's throw from Montreal, which is an even, arguably an even more epic city if you're looking for like nightlife stuff. Toronto, a little further the other way, but we're very well situated that if you want to make it a bigger trip, you got other major spots to see very close and easy to get to. So yeah, it's outside of what we're offering, which is a really fun tournament with a great community of people and tons of extras as far as mini games, events, prizes, social things. It can be something more than that if you want to turn it into a little bit of a taste of Canada trip. So we just we try and go all out, and we hope that you can make the trip. And all I can say is the people who came last year are coming again and are bringing friends because of how much they liked it. So we think we're doing something right, and we're getting like every event I run, I get better and better and make it bigger and bigger every year. So this one's going to be bigger and better than last year. So come out, help be part of that, and really hope to see you here.
Yeah, I can really double down on this particular fact that when I started going to Warsaw, the first time I went, I mean, it was obviously 4 hits and crits and War Factory collaboration and live streaming and everything. But when I made the trip and I envisioned myself being content creator or player, whatever, it's always that you go there, and obviously it's you have to pack the car, or you have to whatever you're packing and you're driving, and it takes quite a while. But I can tell you, each and every major tournament I did internationally, like the Invitational, like Warsaw, like all the stuff we did, stays in my mind, stays in a moment where I met so many people that I met online already. I just knew the online name or whatever. And, you know, you meet these people in person, and you really connect and make friends. So again, do the trip and experience what the Canadians have to offer.
These events around here are few and far between, unfortunately, currently. Hopefully we can change that, but this is a rare event where we have people coming all across the country to play, so it's the best opportunity to really meet the greater everyone. Canadian community. That's cool. The best thing I could say, because everybody I've met in this game, yourself included, are just genuinely chill, nice people that I want to talk to more and spend more time with.
Cool. Double down. Likewise, man. I can just throw that over the ocean back to you. So attend Canadian Nets. And I guess, Chris, there's nothing more to say. Until we meet again, guys, roll those crits.
Come for the hits and stay for the crits.